News 12 Connecticut this afternoon. It is the busiest travel day of the year. We have some travel tips as well as an inside look at our local airports to see how they're coping with the stress of the busy season. And those travelers could face potential setbacks on their way home after the holiday. We have rain on the way. Welcome back to News 12 Connecticut. I'm Rebecca Surran. Now let's take a look outside this afternoon through our community camera in Norwalk. No rain in sight right now. A beautiful shot of Norwalk there. Let's get right over to meteorologist Jonathan Cubitt, who has an update on your forecast.
The calm before the storm. A nice Wednesday. Good afternoon to you. As you get ready to hit the road, no worries when it comes to the weather, as we're going to continue to work with sun and clouds. A beautiful look out here across Norwalk. We'll continue to see this, but it will be a change as we head forward into your Thursday. Temperatures a little more seasonal, not quite as warm as what we saw yesterday. We were in the mid to upper 50s. Yesterday turned out to be a fabulous day after that rain we had to get through yesterday morning. We're dry again through today. Rain is back in the picture for your Thursday. But as we work our way through the rest of your day, wind isn't going to be the biggest component. Not for today. That breeze does pick up as we work our way into your Thursday. We'll see that easterly breeze really driving. Spots along the shore a little bit more breezy. These are sustained winds anywhere from 15 to 20 before, again, winds subside heading into your Friday. Well, a little bit of wind that does stick around is from the north, and you'll notice for it to be a lot chillier. So again, traveling today looks good. Tomorrow's a little bit of a different story. Temperatures sitting at or around 50, certainly a little bit cooler for your Thanksgiving. So that rain, at least for the morning, is going to be more of that raw kind of rain for the first half of the day. When I return, we're going to talk timing and how much we can expect as we get through your Thursday. It is going to be a little bit more than what we worked with yesterday with that first round of showers this week. Colder temperatures are expected to follow, and we'll also take a look at the weekend and what you can expect for maybe your commute back home.
All right, John, thank you. New this afternoon, 2 Bridgeport teens are charged with attempted murder after shooting a Stratford man in the face during an armed carjacking. It happened back on October 7th of this year. Police say the unnamed 16-year-old turned himself in last night. The 18-year-old, identified as Romeo Montañez, turned himself into police early this morning. Both teens are scheduled to be arraigned in court today. A Florida man is dead this afternoon after a serious 4-car crash on the Merritt northbound in New Canaan. It happened shortly after 3 yesterday afternoon. Police say the driver of a Lexus hit a Kia in the right lane. That Kia driver then struck the 2 cars in front of it. The Lexus driver, identified as Frank Brantner of St. Petersburg, Florida, was taken to Norwalk Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. A new development in a case News 12 has followed for years. The Connecticut Appellate Court has ruled that the State Department of Agriculture can keep custody of a Reading woman's 65 goats, which were seized from her farm in 2021. Last month, Nancy Burton was sentenced to a 2-year rehabilitation program, which is the maximum sentence here in Connecticut. The court concluded the goats were most likely neglected or treated cruelly by Burton. Norwalk police are unveiling their first electric police cruisers. The 2 Chevy vehicles are assigned to school resource officers at Norwalk and Brian McMahon high schools. It's a pilot program to see if EVs can be used for all-day patrols on the roads.
We'll start with something that, these things aren't getting burnt out too quickly, and maybe we'll increase and see how far we can take these things really quick.
Well, each of the vehicles cost $52,000, about the same as a gas-powered cruiser. 5 years ago, Westport police purchased several electric vehicles as well. Well, with today being the day before Thanksgiving, AAA says millions of Americans are headed out to the roads and to the sky. AAA says the worst times to travel are today between 1 and 5 in the afternoon. Best time any day is before 10 a.m. And if you're still planning your Thanksgiving trip, you might think it's too late to change your plans, but experts say minor modifications can make your journey run smoother. AAA says drivers who can't leave early today and couldn't, they can head out Thanksgiving morning when traffic should be lighter. Booking a last-minute plane ticket might cost a fortune, but experts say flights on the holiday itself, they may be more affordable. With storms in the forecast, experts suggest people who are flying take carry-ons only, as checked bags can be hard to deal with during delays and cancellations. For those driving, pack for the weather too by bringing an emergency kit with blankets. Well, a local airport has brought in man's best friend to alleviate the stress of Thanksgiving travel. News 12 Connecticut's Mark Sudol was at Tweed New Haven Airport with some popular pooches.
This is Heidi. She's just one of 3 comfort dogs here at Tweed New Haven Airport today, making the stressful holiday travel a doggone good time.
Pick of a good girl, Heidi.
Avelo Airlines is teaming up with police comfort dogs around the state for Paws Giving.
It brings a calming effect. It provides comfort, support, and wellness for everyone going through on their busiest travel day of the year.
You can pet him. It's all right.
Even kids who might be afraid of dogs are warming up to these cute critters.
It calms everybody down in a pretty hectic environment. No matter what, trying to travel on Thanksgiving is never easy, but the dogs make it a lot easier.
People at this busy airport even had time to snap some pictures. So you have to have the best job, right?
100%. Yes, the most amazing partner, the best job, yes.
I couldn't be luckier and happier to have a partner like this, to go to work with my best friend, come home with my best friend.
These dogs are trained starting at 6 weeks old all the way to 15 months. There are 14 comfort dogs in the state, and they are all on social media. And Heidi sure is busy with all her public appearances. She's going to be actually helping out on Thanksgiving Day at a soup kitchen in New Haven. In New Haven, Mark Sudol, News 12 Connecticut.
All right, Heidi looks like she can handle it all. Well, Thanksgiving is all about sharing meals with loved ones, but what about your furry friend who can't eat all the same foods that you do? Kent Animal Control breaks down the foods your dog can enjoy. Think about foods like carrots, rice, and pumpkin. Dogs cannot eat foods like ham, grapes, or stuffing. Well, if you're going to be flying today, watch your wallet. A new report from Senator Richard Blumenthal says passengers are paying more junk fees than ever.
The airlines are making more money from these junk fees for traveling with children, checking bags, or taking them on planes.
Well, a Senate subcommittee looked at 5 airlines. To pick your own seat, United charged up to $319, while Spirit, Delta, Frontier, and American Airlines all charged at least $140. In all, the 5 carriers collected $12 billion over 5 years. The report also says airlines are also using complex algorithms to charge customers different amounts. But the airline industry says flexible pricing actually saves travelers money.
You're able to offer flights to people throughout the price range. Flexible pricing has always been about accessibility and airlines filling up what would otherwise be empty seats.
Now you can read the Senate junk fee report and see responses from the airlines that it singles out by heading to our News 12 app or news12.com. Click on the story. And if you've been looking for a quick getaway and for cheap, Breeze Airline has you covered. This Black Friday, Breeze is offering flights out of Tweed and Bradley airports for as low as just $29. The airline is offering 7 different routes to Florida, 3 to North Carolina, 2 to Virginia, and 1 route to Savannah, Georgia. The one-way $29 fares go on sale this Friday, November 29th until December 1st. Flyers must fly between December 4th and May 22nd, 2025. With record travel expected this Thanksgiving weekend, officials are urging drivers to use extra caution. Connecticut State Police, AAA, and State Senator Tony Wong were at the I-95 rest area in Fairfield this morning. They're advising drivers to use extra caution and obey all traffic laws.
Every life that is lost is one too many. And these tragedies, however poignant, can be prevented. And in fact, just this past Sunday, we had a wrong-way driver in Darien that was saved from a fatality, and so many others. And it highlights really the devastating potential of highway risk driving.
Well, last year in Connecticut, there were 1,976 crashes between the Tuesday before Thanksgiving and the Monday after. All right, let's take a look at gas prices today. You can expect to pay an average of $3.07 across Connecticut for a gallon of regular. Now that's up a penny from yesterday when we were paying $3.06 and down from a year ago. A year ago we were paying $3.39 a gallon. Well, the governor and lieutenant governor joined Connecticut Food Share at its headquarters for the last turkey send-off in Wallingford on Tuesday. The visit was to thank staff and volunteers for distributing Thanksgiving meals to families across the state.
What each and every one of you do, what the volunteers do, what the guard does, what the CDL driver I just met is getting things around with the hundreds of volunteers. There are 50,000 folks in our state tomorrow who are going to have a Thanksgiving meal that otherwise wouldn't necessarily have one. And that's thanks to each and every one of you.
Well, Connecticut Food Share expects to reach its goal of sharing 50,000 Thanksgiving meals with those in need statewide. We have rain on the way, but will it impact your travels? Thanksgiving? Yeah, meteorologist Jonathan Cubitt will have a check of your forecast in just a moment.
The fall is full of great family road trips!
Every Thursday, take a road trip with News 12. From parks to farms, amusement centers, and local festivals, News 12 takes you along for the ride as we search for the best fall activities and getaways across the tri-state area. Don't miss Road Trip Close to Home. Thursdays at 7 and 9:30 p.m. only on News 12. Get a great deal on a new Hyundai at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and make your next getaway your best one yet. Visit HyundaiUSA.com today.
News 12 is brought to you by Stanley Steamer. From carpets, upholstery, air ducts, and more, it's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.